So, I was scrolling through Facebook the other day, like one does when they're being unproductive, and I stumbled across something that I think is pretty unique. It's a great idea. It gets you outdoors, it's free, and it's really sweet. So before I tell you any more, we're gonna start heading over there. And Curtis, I think it'll be a great spot for you to test out your electric skateboard. So what I stumbled across was a map from Environment Lethbridge outlining all of the public fruit trees that are in Lethbridge. Now, the reason why I loved this so much was because growing up, we always had a big apple tree in the backyard, or we always had a big garden. Lots of vegetables, there were raspberries, there were always fresh fruits and vegetables available. It seems to be the trend these days that backyards keep getting smaller and smaller, and that's fine, but I just think that there's such a nostalgia for me in particular being able to go to these fruit trees.
So cute.
But to get there, Curtis has got this electric skateboard.
Brand new, just got it about 4 hours ago.
I have never ridden on it before. Curtis has only ridden on it once, so we are going to take it around to go to all of the different fruit trees in Nicholas Sharon Park, which is where we are right now. I'm terrified. This thing goes like 40 kilometers an hour. Like, I'm gonna lose my husband.
This morning when I was riding it, I had the throttle like full all the way down, and then there's like a couple different modes on here. I didn't know which one I was on, but I had the throttle full down. I was like, man, I gotta be going so fast. I gotta be going like 40 kilometers an hour. It's going probably as fast as it can go, and I looked down and I was only going 20, so this thing's got a lot of speed to it.
His like next gift is gonna be a motorcycle helmet, I'll tell you that much.
We probably should be wearing helmets.
My arm is exhausted. Okay, so we just got to the first, they call this an edible orchard. Orchard, that's how you pronounce it, right? So this one has got probably 30 different trees right here in this little patch of Nicholas Sharon. There's cherries, there's pears, and there's apples. Like pears in Lethbridge, who'd have thunk?
Looks like we got a cherry tree here.
These are actually way better than what I was expecting. Apple.
And then over here, we got some apple trees. Apples. This is only one of many of the fruit tree locations in Nicholas Sharon alone, so we're off to the next one. Let's go! Okay, do you want to try this?
So kind of scared. You barely got your balance on the thing. I'd like you to know that the last time I was on a longboard, let alone an electric longboard, I still have the freaking scars from it.
Gonna go ahead and put this on low mode.
Can't I just try like pushing the skateboard like itself, like not even electric yet?
Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna look like such an idiot on camera. Hold my new cell phone, I don't want to break it.
Okay, good thinking.
Okay, I'm just gonna try pushing it, okay? Oh God. See, even this scares the bejesus out of me. Oh yeah. It's like enough adrenaline for me. Ah!
Okay, now you're going back. Well, you made it about 2 feet. Do you want to keep going?
Just one more try.
Okay, give it a shot.
All of my street cred is like totally out the door right now. Okay, now a little acceleration. Oh yeah.
She's actually pretty good.
This here with your thumb is the accelerator. If you drink a lot of coffee or are twitchy, not recommended.
Just a side note that's not related to anything else we've been talking about. But if you didn't know this about me already, I am so sweaty. It's like 40 degrees outside. Look, there's sweat just pouring down both sides. It's everywhere.
No one wants to see that. So I've got the fruit tree map out here, and the next spot that's just supposed to be ahead of us is walnut trees. Walnut trees. If I'm perfectly honest, even if we do find a walnut tree and some walnuts, I'm not sure what you do with walnuts. Like, do you have to roast them? Can you just eat them? But I'm really curious to see if we can like actually locate and track one of these down.
Isn't that the Christmas song? Walnuts by an open fire? Or chestnuts?
Ah, yeah.
Chestnuts?
Sure, most
What's the
nuts
difference
need
between
to be
a
roasted.
chestnut and a walnut?
We'll find out.
Look at the sad tree behind us.
It's a typical Lethbridge.
Typical Lethbridge tree. I'm talking. It's a typical Lethbridge tree. It's all blown over.
So these trees look like they're a little young, but I get it. Trees are a long-term investment. It might be a few more years before we see anything out of these bad boys, but we're thinking for the future for sure with this one. And like I said, there's so many trees out there, we couldn't possibly visit all of them. So hopefully there's a lot more trees that are a little bit more mature in age.
What about the map?
Yeah. So if you guys want to know where all these trees are, we will put a link to the map in the description here. But like, check this out, guys. Look at how many there are. Just keep zooming in.
That's West Lethbridge?
This is just West Lethbridge. Like, look at the huge patch of trees here. There's a huge patch of trees here. They're all color-coded, and these purple ones here are all the different community gardens in town. Those are community gardens. There's pears, there's apples, there's cherries. There's some sort of other fancy cherry.
The list goes on.
The list goes on and on. The only thing that I'm really regretting right now is that I'm not a more talented baker. I wish that I knew more about what to do with these fruits. So if you have any suggestions on recipes or what we can be making with all of these public fruit trees, please leave a comment. I want to hear them. I need help.
Just as a side note, I really like pie. So if there's any pie recipes that you guys know of, walnuts? Or cherries, cherry pie. I don't know about walnut pie, but you guys know I like pies.
We are so fortunate in Lethbridge to have a great parks per capita ratio. It far exceeds even cities like Red Deer and Calgary. That's super impressive. Definitely don't want to take for granted. So hopefully Curtis's silly electric skateboard will help us get out a little bit more and checking out things like these fruit trees. There's nothing like a quick little cherry pick and stop on your walk around the lake.
If nothing else, that's another stat you can hang over Red Deer. We got more people and we got more parks.
So thank you guys so much for hanging out with us today. If you want to see more videos about what's going on in Lethbridge and some of the cool, hopefully hidden gems that we can help you find, hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. We'll see you in the next one, guys. We hope we can help you find some adventure in Lethbridge. Bye.
Bye.